It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Jackson looking to throw right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Two yards to go, second down. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And Davis gets in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their 2nd possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline, and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a fourth down coming up. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
they run it again with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Allen off the play fake. Throw left side to Kincaid. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen fighting through, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Allen going to change the look here. Now Allen throwing on second down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now they'll audible to something else. On play action, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Back to the ground, Cook. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. This a 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Forced out to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll run with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dalton Kincaid, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they're going to set up shop. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City at NRG Stadium. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. Dancing to his left. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, first and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to Mixon on second down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Here now, a third down and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. Steps away to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw, Young. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 31. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now Young. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends. They're like...
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Texans force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked. But fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Here comes Brooks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On the ground, here's Brooks. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. That's pulled in by Brooks. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Will Anderson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. And off we go from Denver. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for, and right away he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Look at this, a tight end carry. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and 7. On second down, a run with Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They give it off here to the tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are back within a score. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They'll go play action with Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. On play action, here's Nix. That's complete to Troutman, right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Williams. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. In motion right goes Sutton.
56.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Here we go with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams. 54 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Nix. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Nix throwing on 3rd down. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He'll let this go for Adams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Nix to the air. And that one too wide and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nix now on 1st and 10. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one, and leads to a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll get this down to the 36.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Nix. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going. It's Nix. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They hand off to their big tight end. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. On the ground with a tight end. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Outright, he's got Ruckert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Zerline now for the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. 96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing Nix. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 46 yards. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll look to run forward with Williams. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On play action, Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On first down, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Nix. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. on the ground. Here's Mims. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. To throw is Nix. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. You. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call. And the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
To throw is Rodgers. That's caught by Wilson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Back to throw, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Able to locate his running back, open downfield. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play.